Beasts of the Mesozoic, Tyrannosaur Series, Wave 3, Number 3, Eotyrannus. Is he as good as the rest? Let's see. Hello and welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How you guys doing? We are back with Tyrannosaur Series from Beasts of the Mesozoic. This is Wave 3. This is number 3 in the series of reviews, and we're just going smaller right down the line. We are looking at Eotyrannus, and I say we're getting smaller. This go round, it's with a caveat because Eotyrannus, we only have a specimen of a subadult. I think they classified it as, so we don't really know how large it got, but we know that it was at least 15 feet long. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's look at what we got going on here. You got the packaging, some beautiful artwork. Our Eotyrannus there might be a little guy, but he's still nothing to be messed with. If you look at that artwork, you can see that he's got something there that it's caught. And yeah, he looks very full of himself right now, but not as full as he's about to be. Anyway, you see Tyrannosaur Series down there below. Looking at the top there, you've got Beasts of the Mesozoic, dinosaur action figure. To the side, we've got the same thing. It shows Eotyrannus langi, or langi, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to go with langi myself. And then, of course, on the back, we have toy photography of our Eo. And you see below are the other figures in this wave. We've already reviewed Electrosaurus and, of course, Desplatosaurus. And we're not done yet. The bio reads as follows. Notable for being an early tyrannosaurid from Western Europe, Eotyrannus is an anomaly among tyrannosaur species, which are normally found in North America or Asia, with a light build and longer arms for grasping prey. Eotyrannus is one of the smaller species in its family, but may be most closely related to Eotyrannus. Interesting, considering how large Eotyrannus was. The only known specimen is from a subadult, so its adult size is still undetermined. The length, 15 feet, and that's estimated for the subadult, so there's a possibility that Eo grew even larger, probably got up to and around 20 feet long. Weighed about 300 pounds. It was saying in Western Europe, that's Wessex Formation, from the Isle of Wight in the United Kingdom. The time period, 130 million years ago, the early Cretaceous. And it was named by, I believe, Steve Hutt in 2001. So, relatively recent discovery Eotyrannus was. Of course, we got the features. It's 8 inches long, 19 points of articulation. It's got the standing rods, the base, the opposable wire tail, and, some assembly required. If you hear a bunch of creaky noises in the background, that's because we are experiencing great winds out here in not so sunny Southern California. So I apologize for that. Anyhow, looking at what's in front of us, it's the backdrop. That's, there's always a backdrop included with Beasts of the Mesozoic figures. What we have here is like a dry shrubbery type of terrain. You got green, but you can look and see that it's dry. Also, let me lift this up so I can show you the bottom portion of it. And you see you've got ground there that has been eroded and it's cracking and it's all dried out. So, very nice there. This would be a nice shot to take for any future dioramas. As I've stated before, if you were able to do so, I'd take a picture of the backdrop and apply it in a way where you can blow it up so it would be more of a more appropriate size for your displays. We also have the base. Look at that real quick. And this, of course, is for the smallest of the Tyrannosaur Series style bases. And kind of emulating what we see there in that backdrop, you've got all of this eroded ground here. I guess it's supposed to be like dirt that's just dried out and cracked. And then here, where we do have some green and we do have some wood bark coming on, and then there's, of course, is the peg hole for your rods, and you got nothing there on the back, of course. But yeah, pretty nice little base there. And another thing we always get with Beasts of the Mesozoic are the cards, and there's that artwork, which is beautiful, of our Eotyrannus, and unfortunately it's cut off where we can't see the species of what it's caught, but it's there, it's apparent. Of course, on the other side is the instructions on how to install the tail via heat, either a blow dryer or some hot water, and still in their packaging because I don't want to lose them because they're very small. Comes with those rods that go into the base to help it stand, and we get the 2 extra sets of feet. We've got the closed toes for when a leg is raised up, and then of course we've got the stepping toes. Here we've got our Eotyrannus. I've got him on our rotating base. I believe this is the first of the 3 that I've reviewed that I've actually put on the platter. It's small enough that I don't have to worry about the tail running into the wall or having to move it up too close or whatever. That's what 8 inches will get you. And I did measure this, and it came out to about 8¼ inches long. But keep in mind that the tail is ending in a plumage of feathers, so the tip is actually a little bit closer up. So based on that, it is about 8 inches long. And in terms of the 1/18th scale, you do the calculations and the estimates, and this comes out to be representative of a 12-foot long animal. So this is definitely just a sub-adult or maybe even younger at 12 feet if they were talking about it being at least 15 feet. So obviously Creative Beast Studios didn't want to have to make an intermediate body that's just a little bit bigger than this one. So we have to use our imaginations and just assume that this is a smaller, a younger version of the species. But anyhow, it does look good. Speaking of looks, the look of this particular critter is it got its inspiration from the red kite bird. That's what Beasts of the Mesozoic they do. They base their figures on existing birds, reptiles, and amphibians, and that's what we've got going on this go round. And this is a pretty nice palette of colors there. It looks very bird-like, especially in the head, and it does have, it is adorned with, we'll call them proto feathers, and we'll check that out closer up. Taking a closer look at our EO here. First off, of course, we're going to check out that head sculpt. You see the nice plumage of feathers right there at the top of the crest, and he even has slight the slightest beginnings of a boss there, and you see he's got some kind of orange type color there at this just right after the snout part, and then of course you've got the white, and there's some wash there to show the feathering. The eye is orange with a black pupil, very nice there, and you got some nice striping going on. Of course, the jaw is articulated, and that's about as far down as it goes, which is cool. As far as trying to look in that mouth, See in there, you get the nice wet look. We've got lips, of course, nice finely sculpted teeth. Try to look at the other side to get the lower jaw if it's possible. Kind of difficult with this smaller critter. Maybe you guys can see that there. I apologize if you can't. It is what it is. I'm going to close the mouth back. We're looking at them from the other side. So yeah, we've got some nice striping work going on. And the way it's painted is, it's demonstrative of feathering. So that's pretty nice there. Going down, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different shades to 5 possibly, as it's based red, but then you've got these other colors right there going in. The forelimbs, we've got the prototype of feathering going on, and you can definitely see it there when you get to the forearm of the forelimb. Right there, got the nice glossy black claws going on. The inside of the paw is a yellowish type of color, as you can see, and the interior of the arm itself, white feathering. And when you get to the hind leg, you've got the red and the dark brown. And then, of course, the feathering turns white as it gets to the rear of the thigh and on the rear of the leg itself. When you get down to the close to the ankles, it turns a beige, almost an orange kind of beige or tan color, I should say. And you've got the scoots going on. Once again, the black painted nails, glossy black color. Then the tail, one solid color on the basically the top, we'll call it. And then, of course, it's white there at the bottom, or whitish, and the tail ends in a plume of feathering, and the tip is right about here, so you get all this extra. So that's where you get the 1/4 inch extra on that 8-inch measurement. Then you look at the flip side there, the top of the tail, some nice design work going on right there. So pretty nice articulation. We saw the jaw move. The head can go by itself, up, down, left, right, and you can rotate it. The neck can go up, down, and you can turn that, and then in conjunction with the head, you can get some nice articulation going on. Very nice. The arms, mine are a little bit stiff, and I don't want to force it too much, but you can see that you can flail out the arms. You can rotate them. The elbows articulated up, down, and they do swivel. And then you got swiveling at the wrists, or rather pivoting at the wrists there. So pretty cool. You have mine's is stiff right now, but torso has articulation. You can basically go up, down. It's getting looser as I'm working it, so it'll be nice at some point. But you can go up, down, and left and right, and twist it a little bit too. The hind legs, they splay out. See if I can show that. They splay out. They can move forward and back. The knee, you've got articulation there, and that swivels. You've got articulation at the ankle, and that swivels as well. And then, of course, you have articulation at the feet. They can go down, they can go up a little bit, they rotate, and they do pivot some. And then the tail is one solid piece, so you can go left, right, up, down, and it does have bendy wire in it. So that is our Eotyrannus. And I always have to try to dynamically pose with the legs to show that it can stand up without those rods or the base. And here you go. And here's our boy Robert Muldoon from the Jurassic Park, the original movie. And he's 1/18 scale, so he's the stand-in, so we could see how a dinosaur would compare to a human being. Now, keep in mind, this is a juvie Eotyrannus, or possibly subadult, right? It's supposed to be about 12 feet long, and one of the smaller tyrannosaurids, and it looks like it can still do damage. You know what I'm saying? This size right here is definitely no stranger to Mr. Muldoon, because that's just a little bit smaller, possibly, than the raptors in that first Jurassic Park. And to do some comparisons, we're going to start off with a dino of similar size. We've got the Guanlong. And since Eotyrannus was said to be closely related to Eotyrannus, what better biggin to match our Eo up with? Now here's a pose that definitely requires the base and the rods, because you know you're not getting him to stand on one leg. So, hey, but that's what the base and rods are for, right? There it is. So that's a good way to end this review. So summing up for the Beast of the Mesozoic, Wave 3 of the Tyrannosaur series, Eotyrannus. Very nice figure. Very nice figure indeed. It looks good. The paint apps are great. The brown color, very realistic to me. It looks, I mean, theropods and birds, they have there is some sort of relationship there, and this right here is a great indication of that, a great representation of it. This was one of the smaller Tyrannosaur species, which is saying something. This represents a juvenile, and it represents a 12-foot long animal, and they estimated the specimen that they have to be about 15 feet. So chances are it could get larger, 18, 20 feet long. And you saw when I had 1/18th scale human up against it, it's still pretty decent size. It would definitely, don't get it twisted, because it's small doesn't mean it was puny. Maybe by dinosaur standards it was, but not by ours. Anyway, very nice. If you want to get this or any other of the Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, be it from the Tyrannosaur series, waves 1 through 3, Ceratopsian series, the Raptor series, whatever, I'll have the link to Creative Beast Studios website in the description below, as well as their account on Instagram, so you can get at them either way to get your dino fill on. So yeah, you can definitely do that. Speaking of going down there to get that information, while you're down there, give a thumbs up to the video, definitely subscribe if you haven't done so. Add comments. What do you think about Eotyrannus or the Tyrannosaur series or Beasts of the Mesozoic in general? Put that down there. Let me know what you think. What do you plan on doing yourself? And if you want to be notified when I upload another video, there's a bell down there for you to tap on that too, and notified you shall be. Once again, Eotyrannus, Tyrannosaur series, Wave 3, Beast of the Mesozoic, Ruckosaurus Rex. Thanks, guys. Take care.